Man, this is a wild, wild verse. This is probably the best verse that I've read so far. Surah number 2, the cow, ayah 53. O believers, seek comfort in patience and prayer. God is truly with those who are patient. Never say that those that are martyred in the cause of God are dead. In fact, they are alive, but you do not perceive it. We will certainly test you with a touch of fear and famine, loss of property, life, and crops. Give good news to those who patiently endure, who say, when struck by a disaster, surely to God we belong and to him we all return. They are the ones who receive God's blessing and mercy. They are the ones who are rightly guided. So a couple things right off the bat. I mean, it's starting to answer my first question about those who are rightly guided. So I guess we can start there. They are the ones who receive God's blessing and mercy. They are the ones who are rightly guided. So who's the one that's rightly guided? The ones who are patient when they go through hard times. Now, let me ask you a question. Who in life hasn't gone through a hard time? Right now in your life, how many things? Like being an adult, it's just, you have a million things that are pulling you in every direction. A million things that are pulling you in every direction. It's a million directions. And even if you're fortunate, you have more problems. Even if you, let's just say you have a lot of money. Firstly, if you have a lot of money, you get a lot of attachment to money. And then that becomes your God, or maybe even your devil, pulling you down. You know, you get attached to that, and then you start worshiping money, and then it destroys you. I'm not saying don't make money. I'm just saying it destroys you. But anyways, anything you have in life in its core essence will be a tragedy. Your parents, if they haven't passed away already, will pass away. The friends that you had when you were children, when you graduated from high school, I remember when I was younger, there was a song. It goes, forever young, I wanna be forever. You know that song, right? 100%. That song would always make me sad because I was thinking, God damn it, I don't want life to change, but we're stuck in time. We're stuck in time and we keep getting older. And we're just trying to make sure we survive. It doesn't matter where you are, you're still just trying to survive. It's fascinating, right? The way the human mind works. Because even if you have a lot of money, maybe there's something missing in your life. Maybe it's not about money. Maybe your friendship's gone. Maybe your parents have passed away. So what does it tell you? And we think about this. Like in your life, what are the things that you have to endure? It's saying that we'll certainly test you with fear and famine and loss of property, life, and crops. Well, I don't grow crops because I'm not a farmer. But property and life, I mean, you could lose that easily. Look what's happening, you lose property and life. Well, fear and famine. Now, how many people have money in their bank accounts? The reason why I keep bringing up money is because you have money stored up. You don't have to worry about food. How many people have a full stomach and a roof over their head, but they still fear that they're going to lose something? I do all the time. Like, oh no, this is going to mess up. So what is God telling you here? This is so fascinating. We will certainly test you with a touch of fear and famine, property, life, and crops. Give good news to those who patiently endure. So it's telling you, like, the objective universe is going to give you a hard time. Life's not going to be easy. This is kind of like, tell me what you guys think about this idea. I've been thinking about like life being a soul manufacturing plant. So like imagine you come into this world, right? And do you remember when you were a kid? Like you come into this world and you're a kid and everything's so innocent and nice and you make friends so easily and everyone's giggling and then you get a little older and then a calamity happens. This happens and this problem happens and that problem happens and then things are good. And then this problem happens and that problem happens. But the mode should be if things are difficult. This is what I've been thinking about. Also, let me know what you think of this idea. Like when things are difficult, maybe you could look at that as an opportunity for growth. I'm reading this other book. It's called The Obstacle is the Way, but I'm just doing it on Audible. And the whole idea of the book is the things that are difficult in life make you stronger. So this is the kind of mode that I've been thinking about recently. Tell me if this makes sense. If things are bad, it's an opportunity to grow and get better. So maybe you should be thankful that things are bad, even though it's difficult. In other words, seek comfort and patience in prayer. Seek comfort in prayer. God is truly with those who are patient. And then if things are good, be grateful, because when things are good, they can corrupt you, right? Like it's interesting. I was having a debate with not a debate, we were having a conversation with one of my friends yesterday, and he was telling me that I'm interested in this kind of stuff, so I just talk about it, and I hope I don't annoy people that I talk to. That's why I'm kind of happy that I have like this little community here, because I can just like talk and read, and it's like I'm part of like a new group. It's like so amazing. It's so amazing that the internet allows people to find each other, But anyways, I'm talking to my friend. He doesn't believe in God. And one of the reasons why he said he doesn't believe in God, he said, look around, look at all the poor people. And all the poor people just believe in God, right? If you go to all these poor countries, you'll see people are, oh, con Dios. Like if you go to South America, that's what he was saying, because he goes back and forth to South America all the time. He's saying they're faking it. And then he was talking about the church and indulgences, because he was raised Christian. He says, I don't believe it anymore. And I said, well, maybe the people that are going through a hard time are depending on God because they're going through a hard time. But when you have money, when you have stuff, you kind of forget about God. It's fascinating that we treat God kind of like a genie, and then we also treat God as we treat him like a genie, and then we kind of like in an abusive relationship with God. It's like we only call him when we need him, and then we ask him for things. But what if you spent your life just trying to be grateful? Like, for example, I was talking to his wife, who were all kind of like hanging out together, and she was saying that every night she just lists the things that she's grateful for. She told me, she said, I list what I'm grateful for. I say thank you for that, and then I ask for something. That's what she said. But still, it seems like a little bit of an abusive relationship. Do you guys ever just like talk to God? You just lay there in bed and you just talk to God? Because I bet you that when you talk to people, you're more likely to gossip, right? But if you talk to God, you're probably less likely to gossip. You're probably just asking for help. And maybe that's not a bad thing, Because when you go through a hard time, it's cool to just be able to sit there and like have a conversation with the creator of the universe, who wants the best for you. And he's telling you, let's hope I can find the page again. I'm just reading it over and over again. Let me pause it so I can find that. I don't want to waste your time. And he's telling you, like, seek comfort in patience and prayer. Well, what is prayer? Is prayer, according to the Muslims, is prayer only the 5-time salah? Is it only the salah? I think I'm pronouncing it right, the salah. It's an Arabic word, so I'm not really sure. So is prayer the only prayer? Or can you just sit there and kind of just talk to God and be like, hey, thanks for everything. What should I do here? And then you kind of like can like bounce ideas, like before bed or something. Or you wake up in the morning, or have like a good ritual where you wake up and you just connect with God in the morning. It might keep you on balance, right? Seek comfort in patience and prayer. God is truly with those who are patient. Never say those who are martyred in God's cause are dead. Even the dead are not dead. In fact, they're alive, but you don't perceive it. You don't see it. God, who is we, will certainly test you with a touch of fear and famine, and a loss of property, life and crops. And then he says, give good news to those who patiently endure. So, in other words, everything that's happened to you in your life has probably happened to somebody else. I mean, this book wasn't just written for you. It says, "Oh, believers." So, speaking to humans that believe in God. Wow. Thanks for listening.